This one is called Just the Two of Us. We're locked on to the Clean First Song WEFM 99.9. It's 12:15 p.m. here in St. Vincent, Grenadines, and the rest of the Eastern Caribbean. It's time for Midday News, sponsored by Courts, St. Vincent Limited.
Welcome to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited.
Always wanted a motorcycle, but they've been too expensive. I pass in on my way to work, and then boom, I see Courts have motorcycles outside. I'm excited. I get up one day, I go down, I spoke to this guy. I think his name was Sheena, this short, chubby little guy, you know. I purchased two bikes so far. It was the 150 SL and the 250 Dragon. This blue, beautiful AKT TT Dragon. This is my baby. I call her Becky. She gives me the best ride ever. My name is Storyboy Nick, and I live to ride my AKT.
Welcome back to WEFM's Midday News, brought to you with the kind compliments of Court St. Vincent Limited. I'm your presenter, Jessica Klein. First, on the local scene. Among the cancers affecting women in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, breast cancer is the number one killer of them all. This is according to Chief Medical Officer, CMO, Dr. Simone Keyser Beach, who was at the time speaking at the launch of the Rotary Club of St. Vincent's first major global grant-funded project in collaboration with the Ministry of Health, Wellness and the Environment. The CMO said that breast cancer claims the lives of 30 women in SVG each year.
Breast cancer, because, as everybody has been saying this morning, it is our number one cancer killer of women in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. According to the statistics, we have 30 women die per year from cancer, approximately. That's too many. St. Vincent is only 110,000. And as we have been saying all along, this is a woman who is a mother, probably, a sister, a friend, a homemaker. There is a tremendous impact when somebody suffers and even worse, dies.
That was a Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Simone Keyser Beach. Dr. Keyser Beach compared the deaths of women from other cancers such as colon and lung cancer, which claims the lives of 8 and 5 women each year, respectively. The Gender Affairs Division within the Ministry of National Mobilization, Social Development et al. Held an activity to commemorate International Men's Day on Saturday, November 19th, 2022, under the theme Helping Men and Boys, promoting the positive values of Vincentian males in our society. International Men's Day is a time to celebrate the positive value men bring to St. Vincent and the Grenadines, their families, and communities. On this day, the focus was on highlighting strong role models and raising awareness of men's well-being, which is often ignored. In honor of this occasion, the Gender Affairs Division undertook the initiative of hosting a futsal team and lime at the Nutritia, the local netball center. The initiative was created to engage men and boys from various stakeholder groups and partners in a 20-minute game with unlimited substitutions with the players and a winner-takes-all approach to the matches. The winning team came from amongst the police youth clubs, who were out in their numbers and participated with energy and fun. The winning team comprised of Aaron Clark, Randolph Richards, Taj Williams, Alfonso Craig, and Christopher Lewis, with coach Yuland London. Still on the local scene, the grand finale of the National Telecommunications Regulatory Commission's NTRC I-Code 784 competition took place on Friday, November 18th. The prize-giving ceremony also took place on Friday at the Methodist Church Hall. Team UISS GOP, representing the Union Island Secondary School, took the top spot in Secondary Schools IDA category, with teams TAZE and JAM Tech placing second and third respectively, both representing the St. Vincent Grammar School. In the Secondary Schools Mobile Application category, the Software Explorers representing the Canawan Secondary placed first, SVGS Tech Innovations representing the St. Vincent Grammar School placed second, and After School Boys, also representing the St. Vincent Grammar School, placed third. The school with the most entries was the St. Vincent Girls High School. In the region, rising cases of respiratory syncytial virus SRV in the U.S. Virgin Islands remained of serious concern for health officials who have warned residents to take the necessary precautions to prevent themselves and their children from becoming ill. At today's weekly health update, Assistant Health Commissioner Ruben Malloy said the island has not reported any rise in hospitalization due to RSV. The Schneider Regional Medical Center has reported 6 hospitalizations, and the Juan F. Luis Medical Center has reported a single hospitalization. RSV typically affects children under 2 years old and usually causes mild symptoms such as fever, cough, and runny nose. In more severe cases, children and those with weakened immune system develop pneumonia and bronchitis and require hospitalization. Dominica's Prime Minister Roosevelt Skerrit says a Dominica Labour Party DLP government will introduce recommended changes for electoral reform in Dominica, dismissing suggestions that Dominica currently has a voting system that no other country in the world has. I want to make it clear that this new Dominica Labour Party government, which we are about to re-elect, shall introduce recommended reforms as soon as such reforms are ready and have been imputed by all willing Dominican residents at home and abroad, Skerrit told a DLP meeting on Sunday. Skerrit and 5 other DLP candidates, including Health Minister Dr. Irving McIntyre, were nominated unopposed for the December 6 snap general election on Friday that Skerrit called 2 years ahead of the constitutional deadline. The electoral office said 45 candidates will contest for the 15 remaining seats in the 21-member parliament, with the DLP contesting all seats, Team Unity Dominica 5 seats, and there are 10 independents. On the international scene, the lives of millions will be under threat in Ukraine this winter, the World Health Organization has said. Half of Ukraine's energy infrastructure is either damaged or destroyed, and 10 million are currently without power, said Dr. Hans Henry Klug, WHO Regional Director for Europe. Temperatures are predicted to plummet as low as 20 degrees Celsius in some areas. The WHO has documented 703 attacks on health infrastructure since Russia's invasion began. Last week, Russia hit more energy installations and civilian buildings in one of its heaviest aerial bombardments of the war. This has been a recent Russian tactic following setbacks on the battlefield, and its impact is starting to be felt more acutely as winter sets in. And in sports, England's FIFA World Cup campaign opened in a thoroughly convincing fashion as they outclassed Iran in an incident-packed match in Doha. Gareth Southgate's side strolled to victory, with Iran's hopeless plight made worse by the early loss of their goalkeeper to concussion after a clash of heads with a teammate. Jude Bellingham got England off the mark in the World Cup with a soaring header from Luke Shaw's cross 10 minutes before the break, and the game was wrapped up before halftime thanks to Bukayo Saka's fine strike and Raheem Sterling's classy volley with the outside of his foot from Harry Kane's cross. The game was played out against the backdrop of more off-field controversy here in Qatar after England were forced to ditch plans to wear the One Love armband promoting diversity and inclusivity under threat from FIFA players of being cautioned should they carry out the gesture of support. This has been WEFM's Midday News. I have been your presenter, Jessica Klein. Join us again at 3 p.m. for WEFM's 3 p.m. News. WEFM's Midday News came to you with the kind compliments of Quartz St. Vincent Limited.
Always wanted a motorcycle, but there have been too expensive. I pass it on my way to work, and then boom, I see courts of motorcycles outside. I'm excited. I get up one day, I go down, I spoke to this guy. I think his name was Sheena, this short, chubby little guy, you know. I purchased 2 bikes so far. It was the 150 SL and the 250 Dragon. This blue, beautiful AKT TT Dragon. This is my baby. I call her Becky. She gives me the best ride ever. My name is Storyboy Nick, and I live to ride my AKT.
99.9